Welcome to a live stream, completely unplanned 10 minutes ago, but I thought, oh, why not? I've been out, it's hot, I stopped somewhere for a cup of coffee, and I thought, well, yeah, let's pull the camera out, let's do a live stream. I don't know who's going to come in and watch, but it doesn't matter. So I'm just got my coffee here. I'm at the You and Me Cafe, I think. At least that's what it says on the coffee cup. It's actually Hello Cafe, I think it's called. And I'm in later I'll show you as I drink the coffee, the unusual coffee cup I'm drinking through. But I am in Thailand. I am in Chiang Mai, northern Thailand. It's a really nice day. It's warming up. It's actually quite hot. There's a bit of a breeze here, and it was getting a bit hot on the bike. I've been up to Doi Suthep, which is the mountain that overlooks Chiang Mai city. I've been to the temple. The last time I rode up there, I had a look around, but I didn't actually go up because I heard it's 300 steps, which, by the way, it's not that many. But I wasn't feeling like doing any stairs at all, so there is a lift option, and it's one of those lifts where it's like you hop in a carriage on a rail and it goes up at about 45 degrees up to the top of the mountain. So it's really quite nice. Let me just have a quick sip of my coffee here. It's my cappuccino. Oh, nice strong one. And I don't remember ever going up to the top before, to the actual temple. Apparently it's one of the most significant temples for the people up here in Chiang Mai, because it holds a relic. And the relic is the shoulder bone, or a bone from the shoulder of Buddha. Is supposed to be stored at this temple, and quite a bit of a story there. So I've done a bit of a video on my trip up there, so that might come out, Friday here, so that might come out on the weekend or beginning of next week. Just a bit of a thing, because basically the smoky season is beginning here in Chiang Mai right now, and that wind is nice. As long as that wind stays around, the smoke's not going to settle, and it'll stay clear like today sort of is. When I got up this morning, I looked out and I could see the mountains in the distance. I thought, it's a reasonably clear day. Why not go up to the temple and get a nice view of the valley and over the city? You can see the airport from up there and everything. But it turns out it was quite hazy in the distance. So we're sort of at the end of the peak tourist season now, although there were a lot of Europeans up there, I noticed, and a lot of Chinese up there, a few buses going up. It was fairly busy, but I don't think I'd ever, at least not since last time I was in Chiang Mai, which was about, 10 years ago, had I been up to there. So yeah, I got the lift up. I cheated. I didn't walk up, but I did walk back down. So there you go. I wasn't entirely lazy. And it was definitely not 300 stairs. Probably would have been pushing to be 100 stairs. So it's not that bad, all right? But as I mentioned in the video when it comes out, there's a couple of tips, okay? One, leave very early in the morning to beat the traffic if you have to drive across or ride across Chiang Mai. And if, hey, g'day, hobby time, how are you, buddy? Welcome. Because I left right in peak hour when all the kids were going to school and everything here, and there's a mosquito that doesn't like me, and a truck that's going by. They're doing a bit of road works on the road here. It's quite dusty, and probably could have picked a better spot, but anyway. So leave early in the morning to avoid the traffic and probably a lot of the tourist crowds up there as well. And also, be careful when you're going up there, especially this time of the year for the doggies. The doggies, okay? What you find over here in Chiang Mai and the outskirts and probably all over Thailand. Hey Patrick, man, how are you? Welcome. Is that the dogs, the local stray dogs, they love to sleep in the shade on the road. And if that shade is on the wrong side of the road or in the middle of the road, that's where they'll lie and sleep on the road. And most of the time they won't move if you're coming along on a motorbike. So, yeah, and on a twisty road going up the mountain there, yeah, keep your eye on the shadows. On a bright day like this, and you got your eyes focusing, you got to watch out for the shadow areas. You don't run into some dogs. There were quite a few on the road going up there. Yes, there's that. Either that's the same truck or another truck going by. This is part of the road that goes out to Simone. I can't pronounce it. Sort of on the east side. It's a motorcycle loop road, and it's quite nice out here. There's a beautiful temple out here. It looks like a castle from, I don't know, from Disneyland or something. And it's really, really nice. But it's warming up now. It's got to be over 30 degrees or close to it. I think this weekend it's going to get up to nearly 35 degrees here in Chiang Mai. So we got the warm weather's coming. The 17, 16 degrees and cooler temperatures at night are gone. They're not going to happen anymore. It's going to be warming up. I think it got down to only about 20, 23, 22 was the coolest it got overnight. Yeah. I had a bit of a drama the other day. I woke up in the morning and my bed sheet that I have over the top of me was completely split in half. I don't know what happened, hey. I do faintly remember a mosquito during the night, so maybe I've really swiped at it hard and I've torn the sheet in the process. But the mosquito was certainly not large enough to have got its claws and ripped my sheet like that. So, but anyway, the problem I had was not just that, it was buying another sheet. Because apparently they're hard to buy over here. They don't, you can buy a fitted sheet to sleep on the mattress, not a problem, right? And you can buy a duvet or a what do you call it? A doona is what we call it in Australia, which is your top thing. You can buy a cover for those, and then you can get these pillowcase covers. But there's no top sheets included in any of the sheet sets for beds here. I got a king size bed, and then I look around and you can't even buy a single bed sheet. So anyway, it turns out I was talking to my neighbour, and he said, yeah, that's right, you can't. All the hotels actually have all the bed sheets actually made for them, for the hotels. Yeah, but anyway, it turns out that he had a spare sheet that was, yeah, I know, can you imagine? And yeah, that's pretty scary, eh? Yeah, what a thought. Seen a water truck going along, just spraying water down on the road to keep the dust down. Good on him. What was I saying? You put me off there, Hobby Time, with the squadron of mosquitoes with scissors. Wow. Anyway, so he had a spare one, and it was a full cotton sheet. He didn't want anything for it, and I thought, oh, that was fantastic. So that saved me a lot of trouble, because I went to the local shopping centre to buy one. It's like a big, I guess like it's a Walmart or something, you know, type thing. And the best they had were 590 baht, which was about $25. It's still pretty cheap, but they were for those sets that didn't come with a top sheet. Yeah, no good to me. And of course, the description on the packets, for instance, do you want cotton, polyester, linen, what percentage of what? None of that information was on there. They had like things like bamboo quality, Well, if you're going to say bamboo quality, it's obviously not the bamboo material, is it? Same with other thing when they add quality to it, or you know, or just as good. So yeah, so anyway, it saved me a lot of trouble, and I've got a nice full cotton sheet now, and I slept under it last night and it was fine. Perfect. Happy days. And I'll make sure that the wire screen mosquito thing on the door to the balcony is closed in future. Tan the man, hello. How much, what's the question? How much Aussie dollars are you spending a month all up? Me? Well, it fluctuates, because sometimes you get things pop up that might cost you 500 to 1,000 baht for a bed sheet. But fortunately I didn't have to fork out that. A month. You'd have to go back and look at one of my videos that I do my what it costs to live here for me a month. It worked out a month, you say? Yeah. It's around about 500 Australian dollars a month. All right. That's it. 500 Aussie dollars a month. And no, that doesn't include my visa, because you only pay for that once a year, and your 90-day reporting doesn't cost anything. Okay. It doesn't. It includes my day-to-day living expenses here, my bills that you get in, my rent, my electricity, my water, all that. Hello, Dak Ling, Chocolate Farang, how are you? Swati, welcome. Catching people by surprise on this stream. I'm still having my stream on Sunday morning, as always. Don't know where, but it'll be around about the usual 8 or 9 in the morning here. Do you have a budget for the ladies? I don't know what would be different for the ladies. There's nothing that would cost a female any different from a male here. I've got to show you this, guys. Look, I've started to drink my coffee, right? Look in the cup. What do you see in there? Look. Yep. There's a pussycat in my coffee cup. Isn't that amazing? Things we see. Gosh. How about that? The only problem is it takes up about a third of the space my coffee would normally take. Hi, I'm from California, North Coast. Hello, welcome. How are you? Eh? Oh, do I have a budget for the ladies? Oh, for the ladies. You're talking about for me and ladies, yeah? There are no ladies. That's why I get by on, if that's what you mean, that's why it's only costing me this much a month. I could honestly say that if I was the person who went to the bars and drank beer and alcohol, which I don't, and decided to have a fling with a massage or so and pick up a lady and do all that sort of thing once a month, twice a month, that budget would double straight away. That would easily go to, well, probably not double, but it would be a lot more expensive. But I'm enjoying single life here in Thailand, doing whatever I want. And although I must admit, I went out last night for the first time in a while to an opening of a new place that's going to be opening. It's unofficial, so I can't name it at the moment, but in future I will. And it's fantastic. Met a lot of people there, a lot of foreigners, a lot of nice ladies there, but all the nice ladies were married to the foreigners, so that wasn't any good. But I had a great time. It was good. And I actually had one beer. How about that? I had one beer and I danced. All right? The ladies dragged me up and made me dance. Oh, and that's no, I didn't video it. I did not video it, did I? You drowned that poor cat for the sake of some tea. No, I did it for the sake of getting YouTube likes and subscriptions, and I should have made a thumbnail of that, shouldn't I? Hey, actually, I could make a thumbnail of that for this week's live stream coming that I do from a coffee shop on Sunday. How's that? What's that? Hey, you can't hear the roosters and the dogs. No, it's probably because I'm wearing what do you call it? Is this a cat? Do they call that a cat on here? Yeah, this little furry thing on my DJI mic. That's why you don't hear much noise in the background. But trust me, I can see a rooster to my left. I don't see many dogs. It's one of those hot days where the dogs are just laying in the shade somewhere. You don't see them much. You know, they stay away. Stay away from the ladies. Yes, yeah, I am. You know, I'm not out looking, to be honest. In fact, I was going to do a video on it. Let me know what you think of your opinion is. I was going to do a video and I was going to call it 12 months, because I've done my 12 months in Thailand. You know, I've done that one. 12 months in Thailand and still single. How do you think that would be? How do you guys think that would go? And then I'll just go through and we'll start off with all these good-looking girls around the place, and then I'll go through and explain why I'm still single and happy. Hey, how's that? So, purebred Siamese street terriers spend a lot of time in the shade, do they? Okay. Yeah, once in a while, I'm sure. Yes, that's right. Yeah, I'm talking about long-term relationship, girlfriend sort of thing, you know. I have no plans for that, but it's not like I'm, you know, going to go join the local temple and shave my head and become a monk. Although I've almost got the colour down, haven't I? I would, who knows? I know that if I went out more at night and socialised a bit more, then more opportunities would come out and I'd meet more people and maybe I'd meet someone. Who knows? But I don't do that, and you know, I'm. How can I say it? That's a nice bike. I have a background in the security industry, right? So I've worked for many years working in security, which means that I was on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'd get phone calls and have to go and work at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 3, midnight, every day of the week, anything. And because of that, I get by on very minimum amount of sleep at night, all right? We're getting to the point. The point is that I go to bed about 8:30, 9 o'clock every night, but I'm up at 3 o'clock every morning. I've always felt that first thing in the morning is the best time of the day. To me, it's the coolest part of the day. It's the quietest time of the day. I can do my video editing and sort all that sort of stuff out, and then I can go for a walk at 4:30 in the morning along the river. I go call in at 7-Eleven, buy myself a can of Sprite or something, or something. I walk back. I usually buy the security guard, who's at the time probably sleeping downstairs at the door. I buy him a little cake or something and leave it on his desk in front of him, and yeah, and that's it. But having done that, I end up being pretty tired by about 2, 3 in the afternoon. So I'll go back home, throw Netflix on. I'm watching Dexter at the moment, season 7. Yeah, with his what's he call it? He's got his dark. I think it was somebody mentioned it in chat. His dark follower or something on it. Anyway, and then I just have a sleep in the afternoon for a bit. You know, that's it. And come back, wake up, go get something to eat. And then before I go to bed at night very early, I do a bit of computer gaming. You know, I like my gaming, playing No Man's Sky at the moment, if you're aware of that, if anyone plays computer games. How are we doing, Mr. Dak Ling? I forgot my glasses, so I'm a bit struggling with the chat, but it's okay, Mr. Chocolate Rang. Is it the best time of the day? Love the quiet. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And the sunrise, absolutely. Yeah, it is. It's really good. Yeah, it's just the way I've always been, you know, just used to those sort of hours and that. Never slept in my life. And if I get more than 5 hours sleep a night, I'll end up having a headache all day. You know, I just feel messed up all day. not so much a headache, but the backs of your eyes start to get tired and that. So, yeah. Tan saying, if I was in Thailand, I would be mongering balls to the wall, would you? It's hard not to, there's a lot of temptations out there. My God, there's so many temptations out here. It's a fantastic place. I mean, you know, everybody has their own types and what they like, you know, but, oh, thank you, mate, thank you. Or whatever I drink, it'll be a cappuccino, but to be honest with you, $5.55, thank you very much, US, would get me, half a dozen of these. Thank you, mate, thank you. I definitely will. But I did, like I said, I had one Chiang beer last night, and I was tipsy. Not too bad. I had to ride my motorbike back to my condo. It was only 10 minutes down the road where I was, so that was okay. But I was tipsy enough to let them drag me on the dance floor and dance to some John Denver song or something. Oh my God. But I thought to myself, nobody knows me here. Nobody knows me, so I can make a fool of myself and it won't matter, you know. And it turns out everyone's having a great time, so it was all good. But I was shaking my butt and booty up on the dancing area there with these ladies, and I reckon, no joke, 20 years since I've ever done that. All right, but you will never see me do karaoke. I've never tried, and I don't think I ever will. That would be a bit crazy. So anyway, how many have we got watching there? We've got about half a dozen or so. I'm trying to see, about a dozen. That's great. If you're new to the channel, if you've just jumped in on this live stream and you're having a look, learn to trade now. Hey buddy, how are you? Welcome, there's a new face. Yeah, I have the subscribers only on my live stream, but when you set up a live stream on your mobile phone, it doesn't give you that option. You have to be on your PC to go in and make it subscribers only, which means that before you can type in chat, you've got to wait 60 seconds and then you can. But now you can just jump into chat. It's a free-for-all. We're all good here. We're all friends, right? I don't think I've even got any moderators, but I trust you all. You're all good. My brother in Da Nang, Vietnam right now, beautiful spot, love that. I love Da Nang. I'm in New York, went to Pattaya last year, lots of fun. Yes, Pattaya's fun. Yeah, my Pattaya days are over. I've been there, done that. Been there and done a lot of that. Fantastic. But Da Nang is beautiful in Vietnam, on the coast there. Really, really nice. Da Nang, Nha Trang is another spot. Hoi An, is it? Something like that, I think. I can't remember. Talking quite a long time ago. Yeah. It's strange. As you get older and you think back to when you did things, it's always twice as long ago than you thought it was. Anyone notice that? Because when I say, it's been 10 years since I've been here to Chiang Mai, it's actually, when I really figure it out, it's probably been about 12 years or more. And then the other day I was saying, I've been coming to Thailand for 15 years. Well, actually, I've been coming to Thailand here for 30 years. Even a little bit longer, right? Yeah, on and off nearly every year for 30 years. So, but of course now I live here. I've taken that major step that everybody dreams of doing and being here. Rocky Mountain High. Yeah, no, it wasn't that one. It was something else. Yeah, I'm not going to embarrass myself. Anyway. So there you go. Learn to trade now. Time seems to go faster as you get older. They say that, don't they? Yes. But I know the reason for that, and I know how to solve that problem, all right? I'll let you in on a secret, all right? If you do something different with your life, mix it up a bit, even if it's just one day a week, if that's all you can manage. Go somewhere you've not been to before, even if it's the next suburb, or if in New York, the next borough, or wherever you are. Just do something to enhance your senses, all right? Because my first year in Thailand, which is where we're at right now, full time, that year did not go quick for me. It did not go quick because so much new was happening. Instead of being at work, doing the same thing, coming home, eating the same stuff, watching the same thing on TV, going to work, just that mundane everyday habit you have in your life. When I quit work and flew over here and my new life started, it was just a big, overwhelming, I don't know the word for it, just your senses are just flooded with all these new smells, sights, sounds, everything. And it's just more for you, it wakes your brain up, gets it out of that dull thing like that, you know, where you're going, oh, Christmas is already coming around again, or look, it's nearly Easter again. Never even thought, it was a great year settling in. It took about, close to about 4 months before it didn't feel like a holiday anymore, that I started to feel like I'm here to stay. But that would be an individual thing, because I've travelled every year I travel overseas to different places, and I go for weeks, sometimes a couple of months at a time. So, but this is the first time I've been in one location for 12 months. It's not the longest I've been out of Australia. On a break, I went away for 6 weeks on a trip, and I didn't come back for 2 years. And that was the beginning, that was the beginning of my travel bug. Yeah, and if you want to catch anything, you know, a travel bug is a good thing to catch, all right? It's a great thing to catch, you know, and try and pass it on to your kids and stuff like that. Get them the feel for it as well. It really enlightens you. What we got here, duckling. Just yesterday, it was last year. Yeah. Sensory overload, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. My Calypso, is it? Calypso Life? How are you, buddy? Another new name. Thanks, everybody. Don't forget, please, as I always say, you probably get sick of me hearing it, is hit that subscribe button. We're doing well. It was just last week we hit 3,500, and now we're heading up to the 300,000. Slowly, I wish. But yeah, hit that and hit the like. That'd be great. And don't forget, there are super chats there. A big thanks out there for the super chat. But also there's in the description, I'm sure it's in the description of this. I didn't check because I just did this live stream just off the cuff like this. There's a PayPal link and other. Buy me coffee's good too. YouTube don't take a big chunk. I've been also advised to do an affiliate thing too, or not an affiliate, Patreon. So I'm thinking about doing Patreon. It's a way of, I don't know, just, you know, YouTube's pretty greedy when it comes to their percentage and what their cut is, whereas Patreon tends to be able to, more comes in to me without their taking their big percentages. And it all goes, as my subscribers know from my videos and my live streams, it all goes into buying the gear I need. I'm buying, you know, I got my action cam. Where is it? Where is it? Now I'm concerned. Oh, it's on my bike. I just lifted this and I thought it's empty. Holy cow. I've just been using it. No, it's still on my my selfie stick. Yeah, while I was up at the temple at Doi Suthep here in Chiang Mai. For anybody who's coming late, that's where I am. And yeah, I bought the new Action Cam 4. I bought it the week the Action Cam 5 came out. But for the extra expense, it wasn't worth the investment because there were features on it that I would never use. So I stuck with the 4. The Action Cam I upgraded from was the original first one that ever came out. That's how long I've been using that thing. So a well-deserved upgrade, and thank you to the subscribers and members also, and anybody who has bought me a coffee and so forth. That's been great. I also bought the gimbal that we're on now. Look at this, guys, see? So we're on the gimbal here. I'll turn the camera around for a sec. Hang on. There we go. You can see my beastie motorbike, if I can just get that button to work. There it is. All right. And yeah, there it is. There's the beast. So a little 125 Yamaha getting me around, which I'm going to upgrade. I'm seriously thinking in the next 2 months buying a bike. You want a Honda Click? Yeah, Honda Click's one of the big, most popular ones around. Just keeping up with the chat, guys, and just scrolling back. Sensory overload, yes. Sorry, I thought you were in the Philippines with the roosters and dogs. Love the birds. You can hear them now, surely. The birds are having a bit of a fight over in the tree over there. Hey? What the hell's that? I thought, you're not going to believe that. I'll switch the camera back. You hear that bird? That woo, woo. I can't do it, I know, but you hear that? What is that bird? We have them in Australia. I think it's called a curlew or something. They're really loud. Subscribed. Good on you, mate. Learn to trade now. Good on you. Great. I wanted to make sure you got all the coffee. Thanks for the info. You're welcome. No problem. Yeah. The Honda Click's one of the most popular scooters here. Learn to trade now. Yes. Thinking about moving there for at least 6 months a year, but concerned about all the visa runs. You have US passport where visa runs difficult and expensive. Yeah. Well, I'm Australian, so I got an Aussie, but it's no different. You can 6 months. Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work now. You can come in without a visa now. It's just a visa waiver, visa on arrival. It gives you 2 months, and then you can extend that for another month while you're here. Okay, then you can cross the border, whip into Laos, come back the next day, and then you can do the same thing again. You get another 2 months, and you can upgrade that for another month. There's your 6 months. It's not so hard. Here we go. It's a corral, Asian corral. Is that how you say it? Someone else saying a blackbird. A cuckoo family bird. Hear it? Listen to it. There it goes. Where is it though? He sounds close. Huh? Oh, I can hear one in the distance. He's talking to one in the distance. There you go. All right. That's cool. I'm going to just bring this back. I just want to show you something. I thought there was something crawling on my head just a second ago, but it's this thing. This plant was on the top of my head, and I'm brushing away thinking, what the hell is that? Oh my God. Chill out. See, I'm worried about the mosquitoes now with scissors. For those who weren't here at the beginning, I woke up the other morning with my bed sheet split in half. And all I remember is swiping a mosquito away during the night. And then someone said it was a squadron of mosquitoes with scissors. Oh my gosh. I think just the sheet was old. When you rent a property here, particularly condos, your rent includes fully furnished. And fully furnished means all the bedding, the linen, towels, all the cutlery and utensils in the kitchen, includes your microwave, your fridge, your TV, everything. All you need to come is your bag with your clothes and then go do the shopping and you're done, you're moved in. I guess this sheet was just a bit old because the day before it happened, I'd had it all, my laundry done, and I picked it up from downstairs where they do the laundry, and I made the bed and it was fine, but something must have happened and it's just worn, but it's okay. We've replaced the sheet and it's all good. Cuckoo family, listen to him, listen to him. Hey? Could you imagine having that in a cage on your balcony? Boy, that'd piss off the neighbours, wouldn't it? Wow. The other sound you might hear, what's that? You might hear is the Torquay gecko. Oh, I love geckos, yeah. It goes tock, 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 K. Torquay. Torquay. Is that really what the name of the gecko is? Because of the sound. I've heard them all the time. I love geckos. I've mentioned it before in my live streams. I don't have any tattoos, but the one tattoo I would love to get one day is a gecko on my shoulder, a lifelike photographic lifelike gecko with the shadow and everything under it. So it'll scare the mosquitoes away. There you go. I wouldn't have problems with ripped bed sheets then, would I? Yeah. But yeah, geckos all over the world. You don't see many in Australia though, which is seems unusual, but to be honest, there's no squirrels in Australia either, and there's squirrels all over the world, even here. In fact, I've seen more squirrels here than I've seen monkeys. In fact, I'm pretty sure when I was here 10 years ago, if that's how long ago it was, I'm sure I saw monkeys in Chiang Mai. I'm pretty sure. There's none. There's none. I've been here for a year. I've travelled all around in the mountains surrounding, been to all the temples and the caves. No monkeys. There are signs, old signs from back in the day, don't feed the monkeys. There's no monkeys. I think they must have all gone down south. They must be down south in down on the islands where all the tourists and that are. What else we got here? The tok K. Is that very good? The gecko. On your head is Tillandsia. Is that what it's called? Okay. Is it always that colour, or is it green at certain times of the year? And how is it even alive? It doesn't rain here. Hey? Is it alive? Like, seriously? Look at it. It's just dead, or is that it? It's all around here. They've got them under this whole little umbrella over the table here. Really nice. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. There is one bird in my neighbourhood that sounds exactly like that bird. Well, yeah, V-Town, how are you? Welcome. Where is your town? Your neighbourhood? Where are you from? Yeah, I've had them in Australia, and I'm sure when I used to do security in Queensland, I used to work out on one of the islands. It was one of the island resorts in the Whitsundays. Yeah, what a job that was. And at night shift, I used to go out there and do night shift, and I'd ride around in a little golf buggy doing my patrols, and there'd be these white birds. They're like a seagull, but skinnier with long necks, okay? Try and picture this. Long, thin legs, and they had these feathers that stick out around their head like a velociraptor, right? They sounded like that. And I'll never forget them, because as I'd go along in my buggy at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning along the little roads between all the villas, you know, where all the accommodation is, these things would just stand on the road and they wouldn't move. You'd have to go around them. And they never fly away, they'd always run. Yeah, their first option was to run away before they would fly away. They sounded just like those things. They really did. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Duckling. I swear, yeah. And you're in the US of A. Good on you. Air plant. It's an air plant. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, that'd be a good plant for people who can't keep, I was going to say pets, can't keep plants alive. If you don't have a green thumb, you need an air plant. These would go well on my balcony. I can hang them off the air conditioner. What do you reckon? I reckon that'd be perfect. They just don't look very good though, do they? I don't know. Maybe they're a mosquito repellent as well. Then it'd be worthwhile. Are mosquitoes a problem any time of the year? Does it ever get too hot there? Right. I live quite high up in my condo building, and I would say that is the second time in 12 months I've ever had a mosquito at night come in. All right. I think I'm too high for the mosquitoes. All right. So I don't have a problem with mosquitoes. Now, I can't speak for people who are down on lower levels. We're on the river. We're on the Ping River here in Chiang Mai, and obviously near the river, probably mosquitoes around. But it depends. I'm fortunate. I'm one of those fortunate people that does not have sweet blood, and mosquitoes don't like me. Well, it's not that they don't like me. They do like me. They'll still come and land on me. They just don't bite. All right. I know this sounds incredible, but mosquitoes don't bite me. They really don't. I can put my arm out where there's a whole heap of them and they'll fly around and they'll land there and then they'll take off. They won't bite me. I had a fun time when I was in Africa, in Uganda, where we were with a group that was staying in this place where we were camping, and and they had the pool table set up in this building. So we went up there and we playing pool, but the place was infested with mosquitoes. So all the girls and the other guys, they all putting on the mosquito repellent and all that, covering themselves. And I just walked in there. I just come from a shower. I've walked up in there with, none of the repellent on me, and they're still getting buzzed by mosquitoes and nothing. Put my arms out right in front of them where they're all getting bitten and nothing was biting me. Amazing. So no malaria for me. I'm malaria proof. Spanish moss, is that a name for it? Okay, very good. All right. Why do you go to Lopburi? Yeah, they got them down there, have they? Oh, okay. What did you do with the monkeys and the birds? Yeah, the monkeys are strange, eh? I mean, they weren't friendly monkeys when I remember them here. They'd try and steal your stuff, and if you had a bag, they'd try and steal food out of your bag. And there was rumours that locals would train them to steal wallets and purses. I don't know. Did you have what's this, Kaza? Hey, Kaza. Did you have a great, happy ending today? Mate, the day's not over yet, but it's heading that way. It is. It's heading that way. Every day I look back and see and look on the previous day, it was a happy ending because I made it to the next day, right? But I know where you're coming from. No, it's great here. I've never been 12 months of just, no stress at all, no worries. It just clears your mind. It relaxes you, It's not getting the wrinkles that I've already earned from the stress I was in during my life working, but it's definitely not going to be any more up here. So, yeah. They bloom, do they? Okay, well, I'll keep an eye on that throughout the year and we'll see if they do that. Duckling saying, I receive all the bites. My blood must be made exclusively of glucose. Yeah. Yeah, I imagine. Wow. Yeah, that's right. We did have bees a while back. In fact, I found about a dozen dead bees on my balcony and a couple got inside. And then it was just 2 days ago, I noticed that they were up on the top floor at an empty condo on their balcony, tossing they'd found a bee's nest. And they were tossing it all down into the car park and collecting it. So, so that's where the bees were coming from. Kaza saying, no problems getting your superannuation there from Oz. Right, well, that's a good question. Let me just have another quick sip of my coffee, all right, with my pussy in there. Yeah, seriously, for those who don't know, there's a pussy in my cup. Look at that. The weirdest things. Okay. Right, so for superannuation, I can't have it transferred into my foreign bank account over here. If I decide to take a lump sum or I decide to take it as a pension at a monthly set rate that I set it at, if that's the two choices you have, all right? It'll go into, I have a Suncorp bank in Queensland, so it goes into that. Now, I use Wise to transfer money over here, and I highly recommend it, right? I've never had a problem with it. When I have money go into my account in Australia and I want to transfer it to my Bangkok bank account, it will literally take me 3 minutes on my phone to transfer it up into Wise, and then from Wise to my bank account, and there it is. And then my Bangkok bank account sends a notification that the money went in there. 3 minutes tops, okay? And if you don't use Wise, you use something else, or you're thinking about doing that, there's a link in the description below. It's like an affiliate link. Basically you get 1 or 2 free transactions with no fees. But to give you an idea, say a 500 Australian dollar transfer would cost me about $3 in fees. That's it. It's free to put it up into Wise. It's just from Wise to Bangkok bank account that there's that small fee, but it's certainly cheaper than doing any other transfers, and it's quick and reliable. It's worth paying a little bit more if it is a bit more than other options. So, frog in the bottom? No. Oh, you used to have a cup with a frog in the bottom. Okay, good. Yeah, I'd be worried about you get warts from frogs, don't you? I'll get a fur ball. I get a fur ball from the cat in my cup. Oh my gosh. So, superannuation. Now I can't obviously put in a huge sum of money into Wise and then transfer that across. That would be a bit much. I did a video recently on bringing money and spending money overseas and the best ways of doing it. One of those things is when you travel overseas with cash, okay, which is what I will probably do, is I will bring cash into the country. Now you have to declare cash over a certain amount. I think it's about, every country's different, but coming into Thailand, if it's over, I think it's 20,000 US dollars in value, whatever your currency is, but 20,000 US dollars in value, you have to declare it. And people get a bit afraid of what this declaring is. Am I going to get taxed or anything like that? No, you're not. It's nothing like that. They're trying to prevent money laundering, and they want to know that it's being brought in legit, all right, from a legal source. So all I would need is simply a bank statement with a withdrawal record, whether I print that off my phone or screenshot it off my phone or however, of where the money came from. It came from my bank account, from my superannuation payout. That's why I'm coming into Thailand with 200,000 Aussie dollars or whatever, you know, whatever it might be. And you fill out a form and that's declaring it. Done. All right, because if you get pulled up at immigration with that much, with cash on you that's over the amount, they can keep it. They can confiscate it. So just do that. That's all it is. It's just declaring that, you know, it's not illegal. It's not from, you know, something illegal. It's all good. And that's the last you'll hear of it. All right. And then you go and, gosh, I could just imagine the look on the girl's face in the money exchange place when I go in there and say, could I change this into Thai baht? I think they'd have to close for the rest of the day. Anyway, but that's a whole nother subject. But yeah, that's how we do that. Okay, that's how we do that. The other option is to take it as a pension. If you don't want to take that lump sum, I have other investment plans than leaving it in there, because right now for the 2 years until I can actually access it, because it's 2 years before I turn 60, it's sitting there, nothing happening. I'm not contributing to it. I'm not working, so my employer's not contributing. So it's just sitting there, slowly gaining money. But so you could take a small sum out of it. You can take an amount out, lump sum if you want, and then take the rest as a small pension. Either way, it's got to last me 7 years, because at 67, I'm entitled to my Australian pension. All right. So if you wanted to, you could just take about whatever, even the equivalent of the Aussie pension out every month and live off it like that. That way the bulk of it's still in there, and I don't know, if it's whatever your super fund's investing in, that could still be doing okay. It might be worth doing that. All right. I have other plans that I'm going to do with my money, and I think I can get a better return for it. So there you go. If you want to know all about that, become a member of the channel. If you're already subscribed, you can hit that subscribe where the plus sign is. Become a member for just $5 a month. That's all. That's Aussie dollars too. That's not US dollars. That's a cup of coffee, less than the price of a cup of coffee a month. And that gives us a bit more personal contact. If you've got more serious questions and and things you want to talk about and ask about, and email and talk to me about, even call me and talk to me about, As a member, you're welcome to do that. Okay. You know, I mean, all right, I've only been here a year, living here, all right? That doesn't give me any experience, really, to others, but I have been coming here for over 30 years, so, and I can share my experiences with you guys. And if there's something I don't know, I'll certainly make sure that we'll find the answers for it. Let's get on with the chat. What visa are you on there? Retirement or elite? I'm on a retirement visa, okay, which was applied for when I arrived here, not before I left. A couple of extra things you need for it. If you apply before you come to Thailand, you need to have health insurance, which is a rip-off, okay? It's only by certain government accepted ones, which are all rip-off. And then you need to have a criminal history check done as well, which, I don't know, could be a problem for some people, I don't know. But yeah, over here, yeah, retirement visa, no problem. What's the lowest rent for a basic apartment near everything, not needing a car? Well, that'd be like mine. Go look at my video I did a few videos back, and you'll see I did one $200 US a month rent and what you get. And I basically did a tour of my condo, because that's what I pay, and show you what you get, where it is, the location, and everything included, and you'll get an idea. And for 8,000 baht, which is about 200 US a month, that's a pretty good deal, isn't it? I mean, seriously, 200 US a month, you couldn't rent anywhere for that in the US a week. Probably even double that a week, could you? So, although, you know, believe it or not, there were some people that in the comments saying, oh, you're getting ripped off, it's like living in a prison cell. Someone commented. I thought that was funny. I said, well, unlike you, unfortunately, I don't know what it's like in a prison cell, so I can't compare. So maybe you are right. But I certainly saw a prison cell doesn't give you the views I have and lets me go when I want and come back. So, yeah, 8,000 is pretty good. I don't need a bike or a car if I didn't want to. For the first 3 months I was here, I never rented a scooter. The Grab is what they call their Ubers here. Grab is really, really cheap. I can go from my place into the centre of Chiang Mai city, which is 10 minutes on the bike, that's all, for about $3 on an Uber. And that's on a motorcycle with, you know, like they come pick up on a motorbike. You can Uber cars as well. Grab or Bolt are the two companies, main ones. Not much difference, maybe an extra $1 to be in an air-conditioned car, which is probably worth doing during the hot season. Sitting on the motorbike during the hot season is like having a hairdryer blowing in your face. This thing's still crawling around on my head and bothering me. One bedroom condo in Chiang Mai is around 600 Aussie bucks. Yeah. Well, the last video I just put out was the 10,000 baht, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom house in Chiang Mai here. Just less than 10 minutes on the north side of the city. Beautiful place, fully renovated, everything's brand new. 64 centimetre TV, 6-foot fridge, parking undercover at the back, all secure for a couple of cars and maybe 50 scooters. Really, really nice for 10,000. That was 300 US dollars, about 475 Aussie dollars. Air conditioning, gosh, I only just signed my lease for another 12 months where I am, which I'm happy to do, but to be honest, if I'd have known about that place that I did the video on before I signed my lease for another 12 months, I would have taken that. I really would have. But there's places around like that. So, you know, it's quite easy to do that. I don't know if you guys know, I know there's a few of you here in chat now who are in Chiang Mai, and a lot of people have heard of Perfect Homes. Okay, so Perfect Homes is, Simon's the one who runs it, and his girls, they have a YouTube channel and they do all their videos and and they're well known up here. That's how I found my condo when I came here. When I arrived, I made up a short list of what I want. 1 bedroom studio, high floor, nice views. I wanted aircon, a swimming pool, close to this and this. And I went and saw them, and one of the girls went through their listings and picked out 3 places and that fitted everything I'm looking for, and bang, there it was. So yeah, thanks for the advice on the area for condos. Found some others on Perfect Homes, Chiang Mai. Yeah, great. So I've been in contact with Simon, and he was more than welcome to let me access some properties to do a video on, like I did the last video on, because next year I will be definitely moving out of my condo and looking at moving into renting a house. Mainly because I think, even though I've got a good sized studio condo, it's going to be feeling a bit small after 2 years. So I'd like a bit more space, a bit of yard, maybe get a dog, maybe I'll find a wife who's got 3 kids already, spare rooms. No, just joking. But, so while I'm doing videos on some condos now, with the help of Perfect Homes, they'll allow me to go and have a look at anything on their listings, which is fantastic. I'll be sharing my search. I know it's 12 months off, it's a bit early, but still, at least there's some comparisons there, so we can go and have a look and see what you can get for your money for around the same price I'm paying for a condo, and a little bit more. I won't have a swimming pool anymore, but can't have everything. But I'm thinking of looking at something a little bit in the higher price bracket as well, something up around the 25,000 a month area, which plenty of people are happy to come over. Condos as well. I might look at a few condos similar to what I have, and we'll look at the areas and so forth. Just see what's there. We might even go in and have a look at a few dream homes, something that you might just imagine to have a look at. And because I did see a couple in there. One of the girls that met me at this last house mentioned that there was a penthouse apartment in Chiang Mai, that it was something like 80,000 Thai baht a month. That would be fantastic. But I have actually seen an 800,000 house, 800,000 Thai baht house for rent. Now, mind you, this was a mansion. This included a gardener, a pool person, and a maid, and living quarters for them on the property. I mean, it was massive, but who knows? Let's go and check out. Let's have a look. We can all dream. We can all dream, because there's obviously people out there who rent these things. So let me catch up on the chat, guys. Perfect Homes, yeah, for sure. They're great. They really are good. They make it so much easier for you. And just remember too, it's very important, it costs you nothing. If you're looking for a condo and you find one through them and they do the contract, everything for you, they photograph everything and record it, write up your lease, the whole lot, it costs you nothing. All the costs go on to the landlord, okay? So take advantage of that. It's fantastic, so anyway. We got, is it Silicon? I'm sorry, Silvcon. My glasses I didn't bring, so I wasn't expecting to do a live stream. This is just out of the blue here in Chiang Mai. I've just been up at Doi Suthep, up to the mountain, up to the temple, and I'm just sort of not on my way back. I'm sort of doing a bit of a round trip, and I've stopped at one of my favourite little coffee roadside places here, as you'll see. The thumbnail, for those who saw the thumbnail when you came in here, there was a photo I took this morning of some dogs on the side of the road. They love laying on the road in the shade. It's the coolest place for them, but they can be a road hazard if you're on a motorbike. You come around those corners and there's a dog lying in the shadows. Got to be careful. So, hello my Aussie friend from Fremantle, Western Australia. Hey, how are you? Watching all your videos, great work. Thank you. Good old wet WA, Perth. One of my best mates lives in Perth. Fremantle, yes. I've been over there. I've got cousins that live in Western Australia. Very similar climate to what I'm suffering right here now. Suffering, did I say? Enjoying. Kazza69. I liked you. Subbed. Thank you, JS. Is it JS? I think it is. Thanks, buddy. Welcome. And also, if you do subscribe, just make sure you click there and it's got a list of notifications, right? Notify me is one you want to click because it says custom by default. I'm not sure what that means, but if you hit notify me, don't worry, you're not going to get spammed with notifications. It just means that every time I put a video out, which is usually only once a week, live stream once a week, you'll get the notification before it comes out, so you can plan your day so that you can jump in and watch me on the live stream, or you won't miss a video as it comes out. 1,100 bucks Oz pension. Yes, it is for the full pension. Absolutely. Isn't that great? And that is, I don't know what that is in Thai baht. My math is terrible. Every 2 weeks, I think. Yes, that's right. That's it. A fortnight. $1,100 a fortnight. That is great. It's actually pretty bad when you compare it to what some Europeans and Americans get, right? I was speaking to a guy from Holland who his pension is, what was it, 4,000 euros a month. That is about 150,000 baht a month. Whew, 150,000 baht a month. Amazing. So, but that's I think that's about 50,000 a month. 1,100, just off the top of my head, I think. So if you work that out, 50,000. I'm paying only 8,000 for my condo. I've still got 42,000 a month left after that. I could probably upgrade a little bit. You know, I could probably upgrade a little bit, and we'll see. But like I say, I'm planning on a few big things happening in the next few months. Is the $200 a month apartment a month-to-month lease? No, it's 12 months lease, okay? Most condos over here are 12 months. You can get them for 6 months. 6 months will cost you a little bit more, so you could probably add an extra 1,000 on top, depending on where you start at. A month if you want it only for 6 months. All right, but yeah, 200 a month is a 12-month lease. Okay, so, and with that you have to, it's just standard, you pay 2 months in advance plus a month's rent. Okay, or 2 month deposit plus a month in advance. Is that right? Yeah. So so yeah, it is, it's for 12 months. All right. Yeah. You like Grab? Yes. Grab is cheap and efficient. Yeah, Grab's what I used to use most of the time. Now that I have my own rental bike, I don't need them. Kaz saying, what's that? So you want to Chiang Mai on a tourist visa, then applied. You went to Chiang Mai on a tourist visa, then applied for the retirement visa while you're in Thailand. Yes, exactly. You don't need to do that now, because the only reason I came in on a tourist visa is because they're valid 60 days. That's when, and visa exemptions were only valid 30 days, all right? So I came in on a tourist visa for 60 days. That you can extend for another 30 days, all right? And those 3 months are what you need for applying for your retirement visa, because part of the retirement visa application is having minimum 800,000 Thai baht in a Thai bank account for 2 months before you apply for your visa. All right, so I went through an agent and did all mine. I budgeted for it. I know it's much more expensive doing it that way. It just saved me a lot of hassle, and it gave me a lot less to think about when I've just going through the process of selling up everything in Australia and coming over here and starting from scratch. The last thing I wanted to stress over was the retirement visa. So I paid an agent to do that. I budgeted for it and it's fine. So they did all that. Renewing it is a different thing. It's nowhere near as hard to renew your retirement visa it is as compared to the first time you apply. All right, all it is, it's 1900 baht to do an extension on your visa. That's the extension on any visa, whether you're a tourist visa, visa exemption, whatever you have. Every extension costs 1900 baht, that's it. And to do that for your retirement visa, it's 3 pieces of paper. I've already picked them up, okay? I'll be doing mine in April. 2 pieces of paper just need your signature. They're just a sort of a, you know, a declaration papers. And the third one is just pretty much like your 90-day reporting, just wanting your passport information and so forth. That's it. But it is a lengthy day at immigration going through the process of it. But hey, it's 1 day a year and it's only 1900 baht. I'm not going to pay. I know visa agents can charge 12 to 15,000 baht to do that for you. And I'm not going to do that, all right? You don't need to do that. But again, some people don't want any of the hassle. Some people have the money that they're not worried about, don't care about spending that on that. Good, go for it. Yeah. So you can come in on a visa exemption of 60 days and get an extension done on that and do your visa retirement application on that visa. You don't need to get a tourist visa. In fact, I don't see any reason for there being a tourist visa anymore with countries that have visa exemptions here now. Okay, because that costs $60 Australian to get a tourist visa in Australia. All right, plus all the application crap with it. And you get the same thing. You just fly into Bangkok without anything and you get stamped in visa exempt and you got your 60 days, same thing, for nothing. Okay. What we got? I risked my life on a grab bike. Did you? Every day when I was in the kingdom. Yes, you got to listen. You know, we all risk our life every day on a motorbike. You know, it's. I won't go into too much details, but I live close to the hospital, and I see motorbike accidents all the time. Well, put it this way, I see ambulances, paramedics going out to accidents all throughout the day and night. And I know from the statistics that 70 to 75% of every call out for an ambulance is for a motorbike incident. Thailand and Chiang Mai is the most dangerous city in Thailand for motorcycle deaths, and Thailand is the worst in the world for motorcycle accidents. So please drive slow and wear safety equipment. Look, I'm wearing jeans. Look at these guys. See these jeans I'm wearing. Look, I'll show you. Whoop, whoop. See these? Right? Padded here, padded on the hips, Kevlar lined. Right? I will never get on my scooter and go anywhere without these jeans on. I don't care how hot it is or how easy it might be and hot it is just to jump on with a pair of shorts. No, I wear shoes, enclosed shoes, all right? And a helmet, always wear a helmet. Just develop that habit and keep that habit, even if it's just for a short trip down to the shops and back, because that's when you're most likely going to probably have an accident, all right? Just do it, don't think about it. You know, it's all about minimizing the risk over here. And not becoming one of those statistics, really, you know. It breaks my heart every day when I see, and I don't think for as long as I live here and be here, I will ever get over it, is seeing a mother and a father and their 2 little kids on a motorcycle with no protective helmets or anything, just weaving in through all that traffic. And I thought, I just can't understand why parents have that lack of care for their kids, it seems to me. But, you know, they believe in a higher thing and they think they're safe, and, you know, it's not reducing the risk, is it? Anyway, greetings, Pat Thai, how are you? From warm and fresh Air Sydney. How are you, Peter? Oh, I'm fantastic. Is it nice in Sydney now, is it? That's good, yeah. Fresh air, yeah. Hey, we got fresh air here too. I don't smell smoke here. It seems quite good. I can hear the cicadas, I think they are, in the trees. And I do notice that they seem to start making their sounds when it gets above 30 degrees. Yeah, and then if the sun, literally, if the sun goes behind a cloud, the cicadas go quiet. When the sun comes back out, they're all at it again. It's amazing. But good old Sydney. Good Sydney. Yeah, my son lives in Sydney, in Rockdale, in South Sydney. Everybody knows Rockdale in Sydney. He lives there with his girlfriend, who I'm fairly sure is Burmese. Yeah, so making life of himself, a good life of himself there, and hoping he'll come over and visit me one day, or I'll go visit him. Oh no, no swimming pool. Yeah, no swimming pool. Could you imagine? That's the biggest drawback for me looking at renting a house. I mean, you could buy a house that has a pool, I'm sure, not a problem, but you can buy them in those complexes where there's houses there and they have a shared gym and a pool and all those sorts of things. What's the name of them? You'll tell me the name of them. Something Ban, Mo, something, anyway, you know, estate areas. It costs a little bit more, but definitely I have a pool then. So yeah, look, this thing is still, can I turn this around? Nah, it's okay. It's all good. No swimming pool. Yes, said hi. Pad Thai. Gold Coast. Yes, Gold Coast. Yeah, I love the Gold Coast. Gold Coast. Surfers paradise. Used to go there every chance I had. Down the beach. Yeah. No gold teeth yet. No, not yet. Not yet. That's a way off. We'll be buying gold, but it won't be gold teeth. Imagine that. Every time you need a bit more gold to cash in, you have to pull a tooth. No. Yes, guys, hit that like button. That'd be fantastic. That would be good. Which months are good to visit Chiang Mai? Which months are good to visit? The best months are from November to January. Okay. Yeah, November to January. Yeah, that's it. That's the high season as well. It's not the cheapest time. It's probably the most expensive time, but it's the best time. Yeah. But if you don't have a problem with the smoky season, which, believe it or not, some people don't have a problem, I didn't really have too much of a problem with it last year. And last year it was apparently pretty bad. We had days where we were ranked the worst in the world for pollution, beating India and China. And yes, it was noticeably, I remember maybe 2 days of the smoky season, possibly 3, where I could feel my eyes stinging from the smoke in the air if you went outside. That's how bad it was. But other than that, the bad part for me was the fact that you couldn't go anywhere because you couldn't see anything. Go up into the mountains and the temples and there's just no view. It's just, everything's white, you know. I remember going for a ride and seeing flames on the side of the road where they're burning. But if you want to come up here and it's cheapest time of the year, the roads are empty, there's no tourists up here, it's just us expats, which there are quite a lot of. Yeah, you can go visit the waterfalls and the temples and all those places and have the place to yourself. Yeah. No buses pulling in. It's really, really good. Pension at 67 in Oz, that's right. It sure is. 67. Believe it or not, I wish I was 67. Well, I'm looking forward to 67, put it that way. I'm looking forward to 60. I wish I was 60 right now. If I was turning 60, my birthday's in May. Okay, if I was turning 60 this year, right, I can tell you right now I would have my ticket booked back to Australia already for about 3 or 4 days before I turn 60. All right, I'll have the couch booked at my sister's place. She doesn't know that, but that's the plan. And I'll go visit my son in Sydney. So I'll go to Sydney and then I'll fly up to Brisbane or the Gold Coast. And then I will come that day where I can make that phone call to the superannuation and say, rightio, wish me happy birthday, sing the song, I'm blowing out the candles, transfer that money into my bank and put it into my bank account. Then comes the tricky part. I need to go into Suncorp Bank, give them notice, because they're really tight asses when it comes to giving out money, all right? They don't like it. I'll probably go into the city branch. I'll ring them first and say, right, I would like to have I'd like to make a withdrawal of 200,000 Australian dollars, please, cash. And I'll be in there when you have it ready for me. Looking forward to that phone call. We'll see what they say. And then, boom, on the plane straight back to here. How about that? As also a taxpayer, it's so difficult to apply for pension. Yeah, I believe you have to be in Oz 2 years before that's 65 to start the process. No, you don't, okay? You don't need to be in there 2 years before, okay? You need to be there 2 years after you claim the pension. It becomes portable. Portable meaning you can go anywhere in the world and still collect your pension, okay? To make it portable, you need to be in Australia for 2 years. So come 67, that will be another flight. It'll be a one-way ticket, unfortunately. I will fly into Australia. I will claim my pension when I'm 67, and then I have to stay there for 2 years. Now, I can go overseas for up to 6 weeks a year, so I can come back here or wherever I want for a holiday, but you need to let them know you're doing that, and then you come back. 6 weeks, I think, is the limit, but you 2 years. And after 2 years, well, then you're free to come back and move back and stay in Thailand for the rest of your life, or wherever you want to go. So that's how it works, okay? As for the 2 years prior to being entitled to your pension, I can't show you right now, but there's a link to a YouTube video of a financial advisor in Sydney, Australia, that answers all those questions of your superannuation and pensions, and they explain it all. But I'm fairly sure, I'm 99% sure that it's becomes portable 2 years after you're entitled to the pension. So yeah, which I thought it was, I could go back 2 years before and then start the process and just go on New Start or something until I'm 67. But now I don't have to. Now I get to stay here for an extra 2 years, fly back, but then you can't avoid having the 2 years. There are some exceptions, okay? Australia has an agreement with about 10 other countries. There is some mutual agreement that you can spend your time, rather than in Australia, you can spend your time in these other countries for those 2 years. It's a very individual thing, you need to check. I do know that one of those countries is Malta, right? Another one is in Eastern Europe somewhere, maybe it's Slovenia or somewhere like that. And I think Singapore is one, and there's another one, it's either South Korea or Japan. I'm not sure. Thailand is not on that list, unfortunately, at this point. But you can go to those countries. So there may be a cheaper alternative to spend your 2 years other than Australia. waiting out for that, okay? Which would also mean that when you could claim, I need to check on that. I don't take my word for that, but yeah, we'll see. What's this? Bald Eagle Claw online. Gong Fu Society, really? How are you? Bank accounts for slaves to use crypto. Yeah, I can't get my head around crypto. I was thinking about investing in it, but at that time I said no. I turned off it, and it was fortunate because it dropped really badly. So I would have lost money. Maybe not if I'd have hung on. I don't know what it's worth now, if it's come back and rebounded. But yeah, it's just something I've never really gotten into. But I certainly won't be putting my superannuation money into crypto, because where I'm going to put it, there's no risk. There's no risk of me. There is zero risk of me losing money and not making money on my investment. Zero risk. Everything else, there is some form of risk. Okay, so Sylv, how are you? Can you tell me which phone does what? Tell me which phone does what? Do you do internet banking with? Australian phone? Can you do the same with AI's phone? How have you structured all your banking from Australia? Okay, I've had this question before. So my phone is my same phone I had in Australia. It's a Samsung S5. It's about 4 years old, right? When I have an Audi SIM card. Okay, now my Audi SIM card was on the cheapest plan, $20 a month, right? When I went to go overseas, I stopped that $20, but you still can pay $5 to keep your number active. And the $5 is a year, okay? So it's just a registration thing, keeps your number active. So I took that SIM card out when I flew into Bangkok, and I got myself an AIS SIM card, which is what I use now. I put that into my phone, right? My Audi one is put away, okay, just for emergency. If I need to access it, I could, but I don't need to. As soon as I put the AIS SIM card, the Thai SIM card into here, it works exactly the same as it did at home, all right? My Suncorp banking app works, just all your apps work the same. It doesn't matter what provider you're with, in what country you're with, your SIM card, your apps access the internet. That's all. There's no other need. When you get that verification code, you know, when it sends you a code to verify yourself, that's done over the internet, not the mobile network. You don't have to worry about, oh, you're not with Telstra anymore or Optus, and you won't be able to verify with that OTC number or whatever it is when you're trying to log in internet banking. You can. It has nothing to do with the network you're on. It's just, as long as you've got internet connection, you'll get that code. I can access my banking, no problem. Bangkok Bank is what I opened my account over here with, all right? I've had that account for 4 years now, right? And even when I was in Australia, Bangkok Bank has their own app, and you can access that wherever you are in the world. Doesn't matter. Again, it's just your internet access is all you need. I can do all my transfers and check my accounts and whatever, all over my phone, no problem. And Wise is the mediator in between. So transferring money from Australian bank account to Thai bank account through Wise, it's done in seconds, all right? 2 minutes and you're done, and it happens. So there you go, that's it. Yeah, that's not a problem at all, you know. When you come over here, just get your SIM card. They'll even do it for you. If you go to the airport, you can do it at the airport. There's plenty of places where you collect your baggage. You'll see all the places there. They don't offer the best deals, but if you're only coming for a holiday and you want to have internet access and you don't want to pay roaming fees like they rip you off in Australia when you're overseas, pick up a SIM card for about $20 over here with unlimited internet for a month. That's it. I mean, really, How many people ring and use a phone number anymore? Everything's on Messenger or Line or WhatsApp, and that's all internet, nothing to do with the network and phone itself. So you don't really need to, I mean, I could take the SIM card out of this phone right now and still be doing this live stream with you guys and still talk to people on Messenger and Facebook and all the rest of it. And you don't even need a SIM card in your phone. You just need your Wi-Fi turned on. And if there's a Wi-Fi around, great. Okay, you can use free Wi-Fi everywhere in Thailand. Every coffee shop, every cafe, every shopping centre has it. All right, but out in the street with your Google Maps and stuff like that, and you want it, well, then your SIM card will provide you internet. Was it a pain in the butt to time the move from Australia? Yeah, to Thailand, such as timing on selling your stuff and arranging a flight. Yeah, it was, particularly for me, because I had to bring my date forward. I quit my job earlier than I expected to. They became arseholes at the end and really pissed me off. They literally, I was working for a company delivering stuff in a truck. And to basically tell you what happened is that I carried windscreens and delivered windscreens to fitters like O'Brien's and windscreen whatever, you know. We were the supplier. So I would travel to Canberra, interstate, Bathurst Orange and places, and do my deliveries, right? They threatened that if one of those windscreens broke in the back of my truck due to hitting a pothole, going through roadworks, whatever reason that's beyond my control, that I would lose my job. And to make things worse was I didn't even pack my own truck. I'd arrive in the morning, my truck would already be packed, and I would just go and do my deliveries. So I was not responsible for how those windscreens were packed in there. And that's the key to getting through a 12-hour delivery run without breakage, and yet they were going to put the blame on me if something broke. And I thought, well, no, I can't deal with that stress. So I quit my job early. I was going to stay until September, October, and then move to Thailand, but I ended up moving here in February of the year, last year. So everything had to be brought forward. So yes, I had to sell up all my furniture. My rental in Sydney was okay because that was, my family owned the apartment, so I didn't have to worry about that. But I did have to help find a tenant, and we'll do all that sort of thing. But yeah, I had to sell up everything, book my flights, bring everything ahead. Yeah, but it all worked out well. It was all fine. Yeah. What do we got? For sure, I will fill some papers for bureaucrats, grow some balls. Yeah, that's right. What are you? A slave. A slave. I don't know what that means. What happens to you? What happened to you, Brits? I don't know. Who do you recommend for an agent in Chiang Mai for immigration? Yeah. Thai Visa Assist. Assist Thai Visa. Their name should be down in the description below. If it's not, it'll be in all the other videos I've made, a link to them. They're fantastic, they're good. They'll look after you. Now, they're not gonna do anything illegal, all right? If you don't have the money required in the bank account, okay, as part of your application for retirement visa, then don't go to them, all right? They're not gonna throw the money in there, cover your ass and take it out once the application's gone through immigration. All right, you have to go to Pattaya or some places in Bangkok that'll do that for you. But otherwise, they'll do everything else. And you don't have to think about it. You know, and I can't really tell you what it'll cost because everybody's different for what they need. If you need a bank account and you don't have one, they'll set that up for you. That'll be part of the fee. I already had one, so I didn't need that. Already came in on the correct visa, so they'll do the visa extension for you. They'll do all the paperwork for you, you sign everything. They'll take you to immigration, walk you in there. You'll skip the queue, you'll go straight to the desk, get your photo with the officer done, and signed many autographs on many pieces of paper, come back and you're done. Okay, they'll contact you, they'll call you, they'll give you advice, and they're there afterwards as well if you need help with things like the 90-day reporting. Any questions, they're always there. You can call them anytime or go in and see them there. They're fine. So assist type visa for that. All right. Eagle saying nobody needs visa. Is that right? Live free. Nobody needs visa. Live free. Right. Okay. Patai, can I come to live in your building? But you sure can. I'm sure there are rentals available. I've seen on the bulletin board downstairs. There is rentals, and I have actually seen them for 6-month rentals, not yearly. So they're just private owners probably trying to rent them out. Some nice places. I don't know how much. You probably won't get one as cheap as me. I think I got a really good deal, but not much more. You know, maybe you'll pay about 10,000 a month, something like that. All tied ups there. How are you, buddy? I saw you walk past me the other day. I sort of saw you at the corner of my eye when I was at a little cafe on the corner of that little laneway. Oh, I'm terrible when I don't know the streets. But anyway, I just got in there and I was just ordering something and I seen you go past. Yeah, it was too late to yell out. But anyway, all tied up. All tied up. Now, where are you at the moment? What I'm saying the other day, I was just thinking of someone else then, wasn't I? I was thinking of 52 Weeks, who's not in chat. Sorry about that. 52 Weeks, I saw him walk past the other day. He lives in my condo. All Tied Up, where are you? All Tied Up is doing he has a YouTube channel. Go check him out. He's doing a tour north to south of Thailand from the northernmost point, which, by the way, was in the news the other day. There were refugees coming across the border and up in Mae Sot, and you could see smoke in the hills where the rebels were causing problems. Anyway, yeah, I'm guessing you must be on your way back getting close to Chiang Mai. He's doing a video of his road tour, so check it out. Safety is for slaves, is it? Okay, and I don't wear a helmet. Well, that's good. A lot of people don't over here. They really don't. But you've got to think, you know, the second thing to hit the ground beside your hands will be your head. And broken bones around the rest of your body can be repaired, but this can't be. So, I'd rather be scarred and, you know, have broken bones than no life for not wearing a helmet. You know, I seen a guy the other day from Holland showed me a photograph he had late last year. He had a motorcycle accident, wasn't wearing a helmet. The picture of his face all bruised up, it didn't even look like him. He was in a coma for 2 days. He says he was so lucky to live, so lucky, but all the damage was of his face and head. Yet he still doesn't wear a helmet either, apparently. Pat, amazingly fit body. Yeah, I wish. Don't know about fit. Healthy, I think, yeah. Where is your testosterone? I don't know. It's not at the gym, because I don't go to the gym. I should do. What's your Asian size in terms of t-shirts? Oh, I think it's the same. It's just XXL. I'm only tall, skinny guy. So XXL is probably it. The problem is here is shoes. It's hard to find shoes. Unless you go to the Nike stores. And Mr. Bald Eagle, where is he? Let me check. Where are we? I'm just trying to catch up on chat. Where are we? Fit body, yes. What's your Asian size? Yeah, we got that. Gold Coast, hammered with chemtrails here, really, yeah? Yeah, okay. On the Gold Coast, yeah. Someone saying hello. Yeah, that's cool. There he is. Let me just check. There we go. So where are we? So Mr. Bald Eagle, I'm afraid first time in a long time I've had to do that was I got rid of him on the channel because he wasn't making much sense. He didn't have much positive stuff to say, did he? No. So we won't be seeing his comments anymore. Yeah. He wasn't taking a shot or being rude or anything like that. He just, I don't know, whatever. It's like negative comments, which fortunately I don't get many in my videos at all, which is good. I'm sure that'll change as the channel grows. But I just don't read them, or I yeah, not a problem. There's a really good feature on YouTube where you can hide a user. So now, for example, Mr. Bald Eagle will keep saying things in chat thinking that it's all going through and everyone's seeing it, when in reality we're not we're not seeing any of him. So they don't know that they've just been censored. It's 1 AM, Pete. Have a good one. Yeah, thanks, mate. No worries. I'm going to finish up because I've just been going for over an hour and a half here already. Wow. Yeah, watch the videos. That'd be great. Yep. Muban is the name I was looking at. Yes, that's right. Do you get those cocks waking you up in the morning? Yeah, I don't here, but yeah, you would if you're in a rural area. But then I'd be awake before the roosters, wouldn't I? So it's okay. Watching Pete in Speedos. Haha. You look 30 years old. Do I? I've always looked, I don't know about that young, but I've got a few crow's feet, they call it, don't they? And the bag's under my eyes from all those early mornings. Maybe I should go to one of those wellness clinics here and get a face job. When will be your birthday? End of May. That's all I'm saying at the moment. End of May. Bris Vegas. Yes, we love Brizzy. Duncan, hey there. Can't take more than 10K out of Australia. It's 10, is it? Okay. Then I would have got in trouble. My last trip, when I came here to live, I was carrying 15. You sure about that? I thought it was, yeah, but it might be US, 10K US, which is more in Australian, I'm sure. But yeah, I bought 15 cash last time. So yeah. And we got Duncan, yes, hello, said hello. This info, you will be a rich young fellow. Yes. Yeah, oh, of course the Thai ladies love me, yeah. And if you've got money, you're handsome no matter how old you are, aren't you? Lots of new super funds emerging as we speak, yep. Single guy can have up to 310,000 to get full pension. Is that right? Yeah, I don't know what that is in assets. Okay, I haven't looked at that. Yeah, I'll still get my full pension, I'm pretty sure. And, you know, we're talking a long way off yet, you know. To be honest with you guys all, you know, I've got, my parents are getting on now, getting elderly. So, you know, we're talking 10 years from now, 9 years from now. You know, I don't expect, there's a chance they may not be around. So there may be some inheritance and so forth going on. So we'll definitely have more than 310,000 to clear a full pension. But, you know, people say pension's welfare. I know it is. But, you know, call me greedy, I don't care. I've worked my ass off since I was 17. I've paid my taxes every year, right? I've paid my taxes every year. And if I'm entitled to my pension, then I feel I deserve it. There you go. Spend 2 years after, yeah, you can just, yeah, live with your son. And use, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I could, but then he lives in Sydney. I don't really like Sydney anymore. Whoa, sorry guys. What happened then? Whoa. My gimbal died. Wow, the gimbal went flat. All right, let me get this off here. There we go. Yeah, the gimbal, there we go, guys. There's my gimbal. Thank you to the people watching my videos and the monetization and everything else contributed to getting my Osmo DJI gimbal. It's fantastic. Good stuff. What else we got here? 2 years. So yeah, I just don't like Sydney now. It's too busy, too crowded, too expensive. Probably Queensland's not much better. Did you bring gold or silver to Thailand? No, I didn't. Well, actually, yeah, I did bring a little bit that I bought the previous year. I bought 3 gold baht bars the previous year back to Australia, and then I bought them with me. So yeah, I'm not 65 yet, so my understanding is at 67 you apply and then you must stay in Oz for 2 years. That's correct. That's what I believe too. That's the way it is, yeah. Until you use your Aussie credit card and they want to send a text, and they want to send a text. Yeah, I don't have credit cards. I have debit cards coming out of my own money. I have one credit card which has, oh gosh, I think it's got like nearly $20,000 credit on it. I keep that active, but I never use it. It's just there as an emergency plan B. All right, always have an emergency plan B. So I have that, but no, otherwise just normal cards. I believe to rent a vault at Bangkok Bank, yes, you must do it at their head office in CBD. I'm not sure about that. I think if I could just call into a branch, I was going to do that today actually. I was talking to a guy yesterday about it, because apparently you need to put your name down pretty early. There's a long waiting list. I don't know how much they cost a year to rent like a safe deposit box, but I will call in and see the bank manager at my local branch and find out about that. My birthday's in May. Thanks a lot, mate. Yeah, I'm planning to move there probably 5 years soon, yep. As you know, it's insanely expensive, $10 for a carton of eggs. Really? Oh, gosh. Eggs went up here. Yeah, I can get 10 eggs for $2. It's about $2 for 10 eggs here. That's with the price going up it did last year. Hey Z, how much does it cost to live in Thailand? You need to go back and look at my videos. That's a very broad question. But depending on where you are from, it could be anything from a quarter to a third of what you pay where you are, depending. Okay, if you want to eat your Western food that you're used to and shop at the supermarket and buy your leg of lamb and stuff like that, it costs you just as much as it would in your own country. But if you eat Thai, most of your meals, very, very cheap here. Hello, the variety of life. Who else we got? I never get notified for your live. No, that's why you got to check that notification set to all. Yep. Positive vibes only, of course, yeah. My birthday next, I'll be 50. I was born in 67. How old will I be? Those out there with good maths, I don't even know how old I am. Okay. I'll be 58. I'll be 58 in May. Being attacked by, yeah, they're flies actually, but yeah, the mosquitoes. Yeah, that has doubled. Those I made 25% profit on those 3 bars of gold. Yeah, and if I'd have hung on to it right now, to what it's worth now, I'd have doubled my money, okay? The gold baht now is 47. It's hovering around 46, 47,000 a baht. All right, I bought those bars at 2022. I sold them last year at 38. Now they're 47. You see where I'm going? Up, up, up and up. Great investment. Use my son's address for receiving a pension. You can't do that. You wouldn't get away with it. They know that you're not in the country anymore. Yeah, there's no way around that. Once you go out of the country through immigration, it's all automatic now. The system will pick up on that, and your pension will stop if you try to go before that 2 years. That leaves you, yeah, you still have 2 more eggs. I know, yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you all. I think I've caught up 58. Yeah. When I bought a chain, it was only 16,000 baht. Yeah, that's right. You can buy jewelry as well. It's good investment. Thanks, guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and on this unexpected stream. I'm going to head back and get some a late lunch, and hopefully I'll see you all. Keep an eye out for around about 8 or 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, doing the usual live stream. Okay, and come and join us then if you can, wherever you are. Most of America's sleeping at the moment, so we'll have a few more Americans on. There he is, Trip on 2 Wheels, comes in at the last second. There he is. That's all right, I understand. It's like, what time is it? It's midnight, I think, where he is. Good on ya. All right, guys, that's fantastic. Great live stream, good talking to you. I hope you all got a bit of information out of that. Fantastic. Thank you for the big super thanks too, and the coffees, and good one. You're here, yes, and I'm going. You're too late. Should have been here earlier. We can start now. All right, guys, I got to go. My gimbal battery died, and I'm going to head off and grab something to eat. All right. Enjoy it wherever you are on Earth. Have a good one. Stay safe. See you in the next stream. Bye for now. Cheers.